I mean, and that's your sexuality. That does not define who you are as a person. So,
Be honest, sweetie, you surprised the hell out of me when you married a man.
I mean, same.
The camera opens on a dimly lit staircase inside a quiet hotel hallway. The walls are beige, clean but somehow suffocating. Every sound echoes: the buzzing of lights, the creaking of metal railings, the heavy breathing of a woman who has fought battles bigger than anyone around her truly understands. Narrator: soft, emotional. There are moments in life where the simplest things become the biggest mountains. Tammy stands at the foot of the staircase. Her expression is unreadable, a blend of frustration, exhaustion, and the kind of fear only someone who has struggled their whole life can recognize. The stairs feel like cliffs carved out of stone. Amy watches her from behind, concern etched across her face. She knows this isn't just a physical battle. It's emotional, mental, spiritual. Amy, softly, Tammy, which one? You want this one or the back hall elevator? Tammy, breathing hard, I don't know.
I'm tired, Amy. I'm getting weak.
Her voice cracks, not because she wants to show weakness, but because she's tired of pretending she isn't tired. The camera zooms in slowly on her trembling hands gripping the stair rail. Narrator: she's already endured multiple sets of stairs this week, probably more steps in 7 days than in 30 years. But every step feels heavier when the weight isn't just on your body, but on your heart. Amy steps closer, placing one supportive hand behind Tammy, not touching, just close enough to catch her if she slips. Amy, you're okay. I'm right here. Tammy, I can't do it. Amy, okay, let's take a moment. The hallway is silent except for Tammy's ragged breathing. A tear rolls down her cheek, not from the pain, but from feeling like she's disappointing herself again. Cut to Amy sitting on a hotel bed, rubbing her growing belly, talking to the camera with a tired smile. Amy, we're leaving tomorrow to see Dr. Proctor in Atlanta, and it's gonna be stressful. So, we figured, maybe we should have some fun today. She forces a laugh that quickly fades. Amy, so we're making a YouTube video of all my weird pregnancy cravings. God help us. Cut to Tammy sitting beside her, arms crossed, looking at the scattered bowls and plates on the table. Egg rolls, gummies, strawberries, pineapple slices, pickles, chips, and neon bags of sour candy cover the small hotel counter. Tammy, I like food, Amy, but not your kind of food. Your pregnancy foods are. Amy, not that bad. Tammy raises a brow. She's not convinced. Amy, to camera, hey y'all, it's Amy, Tammy, and Tammy, Amy, and we're going to taste test some of my cravings. God bless my stomach. The camera pans across the food like it's showcasing prized jewels, though these jewels are chaotic, messy, and questionable combinations. Amy grabs a peppermint patty and a bag of barbecue chips with reckless enthusiasm. Amy, this one hits. Barbecue chips and peppermint patties. Tammy stares at her like she's lost her mind. Tammy, you can't even taste the chip. Amy, yeah, but it has crunch. Tammy, what's the point? Amy ignores her and chews dramatically. Sweet, sour, salty, crunchy. Her face lights up like she's found treasure. Amy, oh my God, this is so good. Narrator, pregnancy is strange. It rewires cravings, rewires emotions, rewires everything. But for Amy, cravings are becoming more than impulses. They are escapes. Tiny pockets of comfort in a life that hasn't been easy. Amy pulls out pineapple slices and cold lasagna. Tammy, are you serious? Amy, yes, this is like a dream come true. Tammy shakes her head as Amy shovels a pineapple-topped spoonful into her mouth and moans. Amy, I hope no real Italian people see this. Tammy, they would riot. Amy keeps eating, smiling through the flavors. Tammy, quietly, worried, you're gonna make yourself sick. Amy, you had your bypass, you can't eat like this. Amy pauses for a moment, her smile fading. Amy, it's what the baby wants. Narrator. But sometimes what the baby wants is just another way of saying what my heart needs right now. And Amy, she needs comfort. Tammy watches as Amy mixes Chinese lo mein noodles with a burger, creating an almost comedic monstrosity of a dish. Tammy, exasperated, "You're out of your mind." Amy, "Probably." She takes a big bite, then another, then another. Tammy's concern grows deeper. She sees not just overeating, but old habits slipping through cracks Amy doesn't want to see. Tammy, aside to camera, "I'm worried about her. She's pregnant, but she's eaten things she ain't supposed to. She keeps saying the baby wants it. She still shouldn't be eaten this much. She could stretch her stomach back out, and that could kill her." Amy leans back. "Amy, I'm full." She hands Tammy her plate. "Amy, you can finish it." Tammy, "No, ma'am." Scene 5. The dinner outing cut to a dim restaurant, warm lights, a soft country song playing faintly through the speakers. Amy pushes Tammy in a wheelchair toward the table. Narrator. Amy just wants Tammy to come out, to feel human, to feel part of something bigger than hotel walls and personal battles. They sit at the table with Amanda and Chris. The mood is tense but hopeful. Suddenly, Amanda nudges the wheelchair. "Amanda, see? It's easier. Helps your mobility." Tammy, "Just got in this damn thing. Leave me alone." Amanda, "It is easier." Tammy, "Will you shut up, Amanda?" A sharp silence cuts the air. Amanda, "You ain't gonna holler at me like that. It's rude." Tammy, "What's rude is you keep running your mouth." Amanda, "Try me one more time." Tammy, "How about you shut up?" Amanda, "Why don't you get out that chair and make me then?" The table stiffens. No one breathes. A couple nearby turns to look. Amy pleading, "Y'all please. Not here." Tammy, "Just wait till these cameras ain't rolling." Amanda, "You stay away from me." Tammy, "Kiss my ass." Amanda, "You'll be kissing mine." The tension snaps like a rubber band pulled too tight. Back in the parking lot, Amy leans against the trunk of the car, rubbing her face. Amy, I wanted a nice, quiet meal. Just one. But Amanda and Tammy, they always gotta have the last word. She looks down at Gage, her toddler, who's munching calmly on a snack. Amy, soft laugh, look at him. "Only good one here." Inside the van, Chris shakes his head. "Chris, if you try to step between them, both of them will cuss you out. Don't matter who's right." Meanwhile, Amanda vents to the camera. "Amanda, she wanna talk to me like that in front of people? Everybody bends over backwards for her, and she treats us like we're crazy." Scene 7. Tammy's breakdown. Tammy sits alone on the edge of the hotel bed, hands over her face. Narrator. Behind the anger, behind the shouting, there is pain, there is fear, and Tammy carries a weight none of them can fully see. Tammy speaks quietly, voice trembling. "Tammy, everybody thinks I'm the problem. I know they do, but they don't know how hard it is. They don't know what it feels like to fight every damn minute just to move." She wipes her eyes. "Tammy, I ain't trying to ruin nothing. I'm just tired." Scene 8. Final reflection. The episode closes with both sisters in separate rooms. Both hurting, both exhausted, both desperately wanting support but unable to say it. Narrator. Sometimes families break, not because they stop loving each other, but because they forget how to understand each other. This family, they carry wounds deeper than weight, deeper than food, deeper than any staircase. Soft music plays. Narrator, final line, but in the end, love is heavy, and it is the weight that keeps them tied together.
I'm like, damn, who made y'all perfect? Who said y'all's fathers don't stink? I've had enough, and before I explode,
The screen fades in slowly, revealing Amanda standing outside the restaurant, her arms folded tightly across her chest. The dim porch light flickers above her like an exhausted heartbeat, perfectly matching the mood. Her face is flushed with anger, frustration, and something deeper, something older. Narrator, soft, introspective. some wounds don't appear overnight. Some wounds began when you were a child and grow with you, and sometimes one sharp moment brings them right back to the surface. Amanda exhales hard, pacing. Amanda, rephrased but same meaning, we put up with that when we were kids. All that yelling, all that disrespect. But I'm grown now. I don't have to put up with this anymore. I won't let anybody talk to me like that. I don't care who they are. She rubs her face with both hands, her voice trembling with a lifetime's worth of bottled emotion. Amanda, I don't even know why she's coming at me like that. What's her motivation? What did I do? We're too old for this. All of us, just too grown. Her voice breaks at the end. Not in weakness, but in emotional exhaustion. Chris approaches her carefully, hands up like he's trying not to spook a wild animal. Chris, calm Amanda. Just breathe. But Amanda is still heated, still shaking, still burning from the humiliation in front of strangers and family. She stops pacing and stares dead ahead. Amanda, same meaning, emotional delivery, y'all can go. I'm not going back with her. I swear, I will kill her. The words aren't literal, they are emotional. A cry from someone who has reached her breaking point. Narrator. In families like theirs, anger is not violence. It is pain, raw, unfiltered, and exhausted. Chris steps closer. Chris, okay, fine. Then she can go shopping while I take you back to the hotel. I'll drop y'all, then come back for them. Amanda nods stiffly, still refusing to look toward the building where Tammy sits inside, refusing to acknowledge the sting in her eyes. Scene 3, flashback-style narration. The screen fades into a slow montage, childhood photos of the Slaton siblings. Small moments. Birthdays, school days, messy living rooms filled with noise and chaos. Narrator, soft, emotional. People see the fighting. They see the shouting. They see the family tension. What they don't see is the childhood behind it. 3 kids growing up in a world that wasn't kind. A home where survival came before softness. A world where shouting wasn't conflict. It was communication. Clips continue. Tammy storming off in old footage. Amanda standing her ground. Amy crying softly in a kitchen. Narrator. And when those children grow into adults, those same patterns sometimes grow with them. Scene 4. Amy's frustration cut to Amy sitting inside the restaurant, staring down at the empty plates and the chair still spinning from where Amanda stood up earlier. She shakes her head. Amy, quiet, disappointed, everything was going smooth until Amanda started. I mean, it's Amanda for you. She don't let things slide. She picks up a napkin, folding it pointlessly in her hands, her eyes distant. Amy, I'm not going back with him either. Her voice trembles. Not angry, but deeply tired. Tired of being in the middle. Tired of trying to keep everyone together. Chris looks between both sisters and sighs. Chris, that was a good catch though, keeping him from jumping on each other. Amy gives him a tired smile, but her eyes are still dark with stress. Scene 5. Final night of vacation. The mood shifts as the camera cuts to the final night of their Florida trip. The sky is a soft orange. The breeze is warm. Waves can be heard faintly in the background. In the outdoor kitchen of the rental house, Chris stands proudly at the grill, smoke lifting around him like a warm cloud. The crackling flames illuminate his face with a comforting glow. Chris, rephrased, same message last night of vacation. Y'all, I'm making grilled ribeyes and a seafood boil, lobster, stone crab, shrimp. My version of a good OL surf and turf. He laughs as he stirs a massive pot. Chris, we're gonna have to let that boil a while. Big pot. But hey, what's a family vacation without a good home-cooked meal? The camera pans across the pot, steam rising, shrimp turning pink, lobster shells glowing red like jewels. Then Chris calls out loudly, Chris, all right, y'all, get in here. Time to eat. Scene 6. The dinner bell moment inside the dining room. Amy rolls her eyes with a grin. Amy, oh my God, seriously? We didn't have a dinner bell. He can't get nobody's attention any other way. Gage giggles from his seat. Amanda walks in slowly, Amanda, we heard you. We just move in slow. Amy sits and adjusts her son's plate. Amy, tell me which side you want him on. You want him next to you? I don't mind helping with the babies. She smiles, but her eyes carry the exhaustion of a mother who hasn't slept a full night in years. Scene 7. The struggle of motherhood. Chris notices her struggling. Chris, what's wrong, Turkey? Amy sighs heavily as her youngest starts whining. Narrator, vacation with kids isn't vacation. It's parenting, just in a new location. Chris continues. Chris, Amy ain't the best at keeping the boys on schedule, and that makes them cranky. The toddler cries louder. Amy, boy, stop. Please, stop. But he keeps crying. Narrator, and when the kids are cranky, mommy gets cranky. And when mommy gets cranky, the whole house gets cranky. The camera shows the whole family at the table, tense but trying. Amy, quiet, tired, not a happy picture. Scene 8. The seafood spread. Chris dumps the seafood boil onto the table. The family gasps. Amanda, oh my goodness. Chris, yeah, that's a fat lobster. Amy, contrary to belief, we ain't pigs. We don't eat like this normally. We do have class. Amanda, smirking, she does. Amy, I'm glad you meant I have more class than you. Amanda, nobody comes to you for class lessons. Amy, laughing, okay, I won't. The episode opens with a slow fade in from black. A soft lullaby plays faintly in the background, mixing with the low hum of a baby monitor. The camera glides through Amy's living room, an authentic, lived-in chaos of motherhood. Toys everywhere, sippy cups abandoned on the couch, tiny socks that somehow never stay paired, and a stack of laundry that looks like it's been waiting for a week. A deep sigh echoes off camera before Amy appears from the hallway, brushing loose strands of hair away from her tired face. All right, I'm back, y'all, she says, exhaling like she's finally caught a second of peace. So, one baby's finally asleep. Now it's time to get the big one to eat. And that's a chore in itself sometimes. The camera follows her as she walks to the kitchen counter, where a plate of small meat pieces sits, hastily arranged but done with love.
By the grace of God, the judge done granted our plea deal at the end of the day. I'm like 100% relieved that we won't be going to jail.
She picks it up and heads toward Gage, who is climbing the couch like it's a jungle gym. See if Gage wants a bite. Amy says with parental hope that the toddler might finally cooperate. But Gage isn't thinking about eating. He's thinking about climbing, bouncing, and testing gravity. Maybe won't give him that, she mutters to herself, readjusting the plate. This piece of meat. She waves the food in front of him. I don't know if he'll even eat, she sighs. Then Gage stands on the couch cushions and reaches for the backrest. Don't. Not on the furniture, Amy warns quickly. No, not on the furniture. Make him come in here. Her tone is stern but soft. The kind of tone only exhausted, loving mothers master. The camera cuts to Gage toddling into the dining area, Amy guiding him gently. She kneels beside him with the plate again, seeing if he wants a bite. Gage takes a tiny nibble, enough to make Amy raise her eyebrows in mock surprise. Then she looks at her plate with a confused frown. I never would have thought putting ranch with cinnamon, she mumbles, half disgusted, half curious. She shrugs. All I'm going to say is, Amy, thank you very much for the invite, and the food was good. Cheers. She lifts her glass of sweet tea in a small, symbolic toast to herself. I'm going to say cheers to new beginnings, new adventures. Cheers. She clinks her invisible glass with the air. Her smile is small, but genuine, like she's trying to convince herself that today can still be a good day. The family gathers, a warm but fragile happiness. The scene transitions to the dining table. Plates, serving bowls, napkins, nothing matches, but everything feels like home. There's laughter, real laughter. One step closer to having barbecues every weekend, someone jokes. Amy smiles, her heart lifting a little. The scene transitions to the dining table. Plates, serving bowls, napkins, nothing matches, but everything feels like home. There's laughter, Real laughter. One step closer to having barbecues every weekend. Someone jokes. Amy smiles, her heart lifting a little. Maybe I can make the sauce for the barbecue. Another family member jumps in proudly. Amy shoots them a playful glare. One step at a time, please. Someone suddenly blurts loudly, "Oops, I let out a fart." There's a beat of silence, and then the entire table explodes into laughter. "Well, I laugh." Someone else chimes, slapping the table. The camera captures Amy's flushed cheeks as she giggles, wiping a tear of laughter from the corner of her eye. In that moment, she looks peaceful, like things are finally going right. She turns to the camera later for a confessional. "This dinner is really a huge success. I'm really proud of myself right now. Everybody loved my food and nobody killed anybody. So, I brought my family back together. It might be small potatoes to some people, but to me, it's a big win." Her voice is warm, hopeful. She doesn't know what's coming next. Amanda's news. The moment the room freezes, dinner plates are being cleared. Drinks are being refilled. Laughter still floats around the room when Amanda clears her throat. "This was a good meal," she begins, and her tone is suspiciously serious. "Well, when you guys are getting together and doing y'all's little barbecue every weekend, you'll be sure to hit me up on FaceTime." Everyone freezes, because that doesn't make sense. "'Cause I will not be here." The air changes instantly. The atmosphere tightens like a pulled thread ready to snap. Someone asks, confused, "Where the heck you go, guys?" Amanda exhales heavily. She's rehearsed this. She's dreaded this. "I'm leaving Kentucky," she says simply. "I'm out." Amy's breath catches. Her face falls. Amanda continues, "So the news is that I'm going to be relocating to Florida. I've been seeing someone named R.J. for several months now, and he lives in Florida. I definitely feel like R.J. is the one." Her voice softens, almost hopeful. "But long distance is not working. In order for us to continue our relationship and see where it go, we have to be together." Amy's lip trembles. She lowers her gaze. Amanda takes another breath, this one sharper. "But R.J. is not the only reason I'm leaving. With all that's happening, all the drama with the family, it's time for me to go. Because my family is draining, and I'm just to a point in my life where I need peace." The room fractures. Michael breaks the silence first. "I don't like it at all. Dude, like 15 minutes from the beach." Another family member fires back, "Bro, I don't give a damn. That's like 15 hours away from us." Amy's voice cracks as she narrates in a confessional. "I made this dinner to bring the family together, but Amanda moving is going to be a big loss in our lives. I just worry it's going to tear us apart for good." Back at the table, Amy turns to Amanda. "You all right?" she asks softly. Amanda's voice is small.
No.
Amy swallows the lump in her throat. She admits in her confessional. So Amanda announces that she's moving to Florida and everybody else is upset. And I'm like, bye, unless I have to deal with it. But her tear-filled eyes betray her attempt at keeping a brave face. A family member tries to comfort her. "Amy, dry your eyes. Life happens. It's gonna be all right." Amy nods, but her shoulders are shaking ever so slightly, because this hurts. It hurts more than she expected, more than she's willing to admit. The woman who helped her through breakdowns, through pregnancies, through heartbreaks, the sister who stood by her in every chaos, is leaving, and Amy feels like the room is spinning. The dinner that was supposed to bring the family closer has suddenly become the moment everything starts to fall apart. The camera lingers on the table. Empty plates, half-finished drinks, and a lingering silence thick enough to drown in.